and this back up, oh wow, he'll have plenty. He'll have a lot of income. So you can see it. You'll see that income build back up here in a second, and it'll probably get a lot higher than mine. But Sloth really needs to pick up the income over here. He's not building any more SCVs.
I went for gas, and you're already getting an expansion also.
Yes, I already am saturating an expansion. I'm a little slow at getting the units as well, so I'm not.
I'm working on my second base as we speak.
I don't know why I put my probes right there, but I did.
And my first expansion is up. It's in the middle, over by the wall. See that right there? To the left. Left. Right there. Down. To the right. You got it.
So, okay, so I'm a little bad. Okay, so
we got it. We'll still learn the maps, and we'll know exactly what we're talking about. But he does have those. Wow.
Fully saturated. Wow, Landon is way ahead of us in resources. So, good job on his part. It's 43 harvesters, and the closest one behind him is 32, which is me.
His army. Let's see his army now.
Let's check out the army difference now. So I'm not really sure what this is. Not like
go down to units.
Go down to units. Here we go. So actually, Landon has a pretty good army here.
Scroll down to it.
11 Marauder, 11 Marine. Siege, 2 siege tanks. I mean, he's 2 Reapers. He's got a very good army here. Right over here is his massing Zerglings.
I don't know. I'll never understand.
He has 31 Zerglings.
I'll never understand the mass Zerglings. It's just they're so weak. I don't know.
Oh,
I guess
man.
if you're fast and you're really good at micromanaging them, then you can use them. But
he is going for a second expansion. Looking down to me and Sloth now. Sloth is now getting a starport.
It does look like they're about to attack, though.
Oh, yes, they are. Wow. And right when I took my stalkers out, I was like, I'm going to go scout and just make sure they're not getting any bases. And then I get just demolished by these Marine Marauders. I make sure he does not open up that gate because I do not want that to happen. He is going to siege up right here and do some damage. I'm going to try to get my... he can't do any damage. He can't actually see up here.
They can't see it unless they scanner sweep. There they go.
So we're going to look at what they can see right now. And so right now I force fielded him, so the Marine Marauder can't use his full effectiveness. Or I don't know how to say that word. Effectiveness or whatever. So right there I use my force field, but I'm getting picked off right now by his Banshees.
And at the same time, scroll over to red. His Zerglings.
Yes, the Zerglings took out the debris right when they distracted us. So now we didn't even notice it even happened. So we were really pissed off about that.
But the problem is with this, as they were attacking, none of them expanded. Like none of them were rebuilding. No macro management was going on.
And so now this is how the Zerglings are so good, because they just ripped through SCVs, and we had no idea what was going on.
I think this is about the time I noticed it. In all honesty, because then we start pulling units.
So I did not want them to surround my stalkers, but I'll let them get surrounded. There we go. I get them out now, and I'm letting my zealots take all the hits. I do not want to get surrounded, because these stalkers can handle them just fine as long as they don't get surrounded and they have a tank. So there we go. We stuck the Zergling rush, and they've just massed up so many more Zerglings. They have is that 62 Zerglings?
Yeah, 62.
Wow. So they haven't used this hatchery yet. So expect them to saturate that and to come. So they're now using this Overlord.
And here
comes 62 Zerglings at us. And at the same time, Landon is now building up. Me and Sloth, I finally got a Colossus. I'm actually going to send a Colossus over here because they got all these Zerglings. And now, because I didn't want to prevent Zergling Rush, and so now I'm going to send my Colossus over here, and hopefully he can wipe this up a little bit.
In all honesty, guys, we thought we were going to lose this match at this point. Or at least I did. I don't know if Moose did, but Moose does a great job in this game. If y'all watch his gameplay, he does a really good job.
And now I'm going to use my Colossus. Oh, I got to get him out of there. And I take him down so he cannot get hit, and so then I pick off the Zerglings.
That's so nasty. I love that.
So great micromanagement by the Colossus. I'm now going to come in here and trap these Zerglings.
And you see Blue's coming back in at this exact same time while we're having this battle.
They're doing a very good job at throwing us off over here. But we're not having these Zergling rush on us. So Colossus is amazing against Zerglings. I was prepared for that. And they got this Banshee up here so they can actually see the high ground with these siege tanks. You can see the range it has, so it can hit almost everything. Banshee taking out our own siege tanks. I'm now warping in some Stalkers to take care of this Banshee. And the Banshee is now gone. Sloth also has a combat shield, so that's going to help out his Marines a whole lot. I'm going to protect this over here because now we realize that the debris is gone. He is actually getting a second expansion as well.
Is he rebuilding Zerglings right now?
Let's check. No, he's not building anything right now.
I don't know what he's doing.
He got a units tab up here. He's not getting anything. So blue and red are very, very vulnerable right now. I don't know why we didn't get in here, but they are still pushing with 2 siege tanks and 2 marauders and a marine. So still very, very strong and not weak at all. Landon has very, very good range right now. Let's see if he can see my stalkers. I don't think he can hit my stalkers right now. So I'm going to try to get over here, and bam, I'm going to start hitting these siege tanks. And I'm going to bring around this Colossus and everything over here and to help me out with these siege tanks. I should have just left those guys over there and just picked them off right here with my stalkers on the high ground and not lose any units. But then I walk into here and I'm going to take some damage, but not too much.
Yeah,
so,
even losing any units.
I think I got hit once of that. I'm going to try to kill this Overlord probably because it's just chilling out. But now, now we're seeing Zerglings. 22 Zerglings being built, and here they come. Oh, we got a Nidus network. I'm not sure where the other end is. I have absolutely no idea where the other end of the Nidus network is. I would love to know.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing that.
I think he actually pops it up like right over here eventually. I don't know. I remember seeing something right there. Is that it?
No.
No, that's where the siege tank lit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have no idea where the Nidus network is.
I'm sure we'll see that in a few minutes.
So
I don't think I have any armor.
Now getting out 2 Immortals. I now have 7 gateways. I need to get an 8th. I'm building another Colossus. Coming over here to saturate this because I'm almost out of resources as we speak. Now I'm moving out to go make sure they don't have any more expansions because I do not want them to have expansions. I'm going to use this gate. It's like the Zelnaga Tower to see what's around me to make sure I'm safe. Now I'm going to go check out all these expansions while Sloth rebuilds because he is in a world of hurt right now. So now I see this command center. I'm about to run over here and just destroy. These Immortals are very, very good against well-armored buildings or units. So I'm going to put my Colossus on the high ground because it's almost dead. He does have 150 shield, but he only has 40 life. So as soon as that shield's gone, he's done. So.
Is he even rebuilding Blue? Yeah, he's got an army up there.
So Blue has a pretty good army. He's about to move out to come after me now.
It's almost like their macro wasn't doing anything. They should have had so many more units than that by then.
Oh yeah, let's look at the income tab still. Yes, he is. I am now pulling ahead, but he still has plenty. He has 39 harvesters, still has more than me. I don't know how. I don't have no idea how I'm getting more resources.
Look at actions per minute. I bet you're raping him.
Actions per minute is terrible.
Red is wow. No, what they're.
And my poor Colossus just went down. But now I have another Colossus right here, so we're okay. I'm pointing this out right here just because they have set up a very good defense right here. So we have a Nidus network in here. I really, really wish I knew where that Nidus network was headed. So now we're getting Reapers, Hellions, Marauders, Siege Tanks. Wow, Marines. This is a very, very good army out here. Let's check out the Units tab. See what he has. Oh, man, he's got a pretty good army. He's got 13 Marines, 5 Hellions, 7 Marauders, 2 Vikings.
We got a scanner sweep on those guys right there.
Yeah, so we know exactly what they got.
We only see about half that army, though, was the thing. And but it ended up helping us. Because Moose knew they were over there. He knew he could go check the other expansions, and that's what he does.
Made sure they did not have the high yield. I did not want them to get that. Because I knew they were in a wet. Because at this point, I have no idea how far ahead of us they are. So I wanted to make sure they didn't have the high yields.
Blue also has Vikings coming out.
Yeah, he does. And now Reddit sees what we're doing right here. I'm taking down the debris. Run away because they're probably gonna run down here at me. I wasn't sure. My idea was just to throw some attention over there, maybe drag them over. So now the Nidus network is going to work. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on right now. So
it's like you just built one end and well, no, they're right here. That's the other end, isn't it? No, that's the evolution chamber. But
okay.
I don't know.
Don't mind us. We're retarded.
I don't know why they would do that. They just built one end of it to store their units down for whatever reason.
So we have no idea how to use the Nidus network, obviously.
No,
so
we never play as Zerg, so...
I always use Protoss. Sloth always uses Terran, so I'm not going to use... I'm taking a lot of advantages Zalnaga Tower to know it's around me. And I love these warp gates. If you've never used a warp gate, I'm very, very sorry. These warp gates are amazing. I'm now going to take advantage. I knew they didn't have this this high yield over here, so I'm going to go try to take advantage of it. But you can see Sloth is now taking advantage of the high yield. He needs to rebuild as fast as he can because we are still behind.
Oh, I've got Marauders, a few Marines out, Siege Tank, and a couple a couple Vikings.
So now I see this. I see all this going on down over here, and I want to make sure that they don't come over here and use that creep, that fast. They can get over here fast in that creep, especially those Zerglings with Zerg speed. And so now I see Sloth's high yield's going down. I'm gonna try to get over here as fast as I can to take it down, and they get his they get his command center. So that really stinks. They bring Hellions, Siege Tanks, Marines, Marauders, everything they got, Reapers, Banshees, force field everything off. And we're just gonna pick them off from far away. Siege tanks are gonna. I'm picking off the siege tanks as fast as I can. So now Sloth has got I got him from the back. I got him from the front, and we are just ripping them apart right now. But they do manage to survive. I put my Colossus on the high ground, take them out. I only have now all I got is a Colossus. So
the thing is, they didn't target that Colossus. I think if all of those units had targeted him, he might have been able to take them, but they split up, so Moose was able to take them out really easily with the Colossus.
So now they have 3 Marauders and a Marine after my Colossus. They're doing some pretty good damage, but I have a whole lot of range on them. So now I've taken out 2 Marauders, and now I'm about to get the 3rd Marauder. I take out the 3rd Marauder.
Those Colossus have...
And now I got the high ground, so there's nothing they can do. I got all those units still, and so pretty much that's a win for that battle, because I still have 1 unit left, and they don't have any. Now they haven't